Alright, so what's in the garage today? Well, I feel like I scored pretty well on this little guy here. I've been keeping my eyes open for a deal on one, and I finally came across one. But, you know, with deals come issues. And apparently, it starts, and it'll run, but it doesn't actually spin the auger down here, so I got it for 40 bucks, which I think is a deal, because if you try and find one of these on Marketplace used or anywhere, they want like 100 to 120 bucks, and I don't even know what these things went for new. But I mean, that doesn't really matter. I'm not buying a new one, because I looked at those today, and the new version of this up at Lowe's was like $500, $450, something crazy like that. And I actually enjoy shoveling snow. I don't really know why I bought this. I'm interested in them. Originally, I wanted, if I was going to get a snowblower, I was going to get one of those, you know, the big boys with either the tracks or essentially with the drive system and a 2-stage, where this is a 1-stage. That one auger, the paddle in the middle here, this right here is what tosses the snow up out the chute. And so this just kind of pulls all the snow into the middle. And then this, like I said, that throws it out this chute. And you can angle this higher. You can angle this higher or lower. And then it has this cool little handle back here. And you can change the direction in which you throw the snow. Yeah, like I said, I actually enjoy shoveling snow, but maybe this will up my game a little bit. I figure worst case though, if I get a running and decide that it's not my thing, I can probably offload it for my 40 bucks I have into it now, plus gas to go pick it up. So we'll call it probably 50 bucks. And then it may need parts, it may not need parts. It definitely needs a couple of bolts here. Looks like probably 2 or 3 little bolts. I can probably find those in my random bolt bins around here. But I think the first thing we're going to do, mostly because I'm just curious, I could throw gas in it and I could start it up. But before I get too far into that, I want to pull this cover off, because if the motor is running like they say it was and the auger's not spinning, it probably has to do with this drive system, which I assume is a belt or a chain. And there's probably some kind of centrifugal clutch back here. Well, I don't know. It's probably actually just a tensioner, now that I think about it, because doesn't seem like it's RPM controlled, because there's only off and an on and a choke in the middle. So there's no RPM adjustment. There is that lever with the cable, which looks like it comes down here. So I'm gonna bet that it's a tensioner pulley that essentially takes the slack out of a belt, and that's what starts driving the auger from the engine. So I have zero experience with these, which is another reason why I wanted to grab one, so I could check it out. I don't think, it's a 2-stroke, so it's going to be a little bit loud. Got us a little tiny muffler there. So let's see what we have here. We got a 31 Alpha TAC 140 TAC 000. And then, oh, don't look at my serial number. It's got a sticker on a sticker. What in the heck? So which serial number is it then? Oh no. Oh. Looks like 3 stickers. Well, whatever. Let's see. Oh, we have an optional electric start that we could have added to that. Got a primer bulb, ignition with the key, just your standard landscape equipment key there. Pull to start, engine turns over too. And everything looks to be in pretty good condition. Got some missing paint. We'll see if I end up caring about that or not. But yeah, man, this thing is in real good condition. I mean, it's probably only been used a handful of times, even if it's 20 years old. Another reason I wanted to go with this smaller one instead of the bigger one, because lift with your legs out with your back. Ugh. I'm just kidding. It's not that heavy. It's nice and light. So, not a problem for one guy to, or my wife, to pick it up and haul it out of the backyard or the garage or wherever it is and use it, or haul it someplace else for use. And for 40 bucks, heck, I could even lend this to my friends. So let's pull this cover off and see what we have going on in here. Oh. All right, what kind of drive system is it? Oh my goodness. This is gonna be an easy fix. It probably just needed adjusted. I see some rigging right here. That's not factory. But yeah, we got a belt here. Oh, look at all that slack. It's probably rubbing the inside of that cover pretty good. A little bit, not too bad. Yeah. So let's see when we pull this this handle up here. Oh yeah, look at that. And I'm telling you, I bet we scored on this one. It's got a little brake down there. Stop the auger from spinning. In fact, I bet that wearing on the cover is just from belt slap. It's not even rubbing. It's just when you let the slack off. So, I mean, maybe it needs a new belt, but I don't know. We're gonna have to get her started up and go from there. Yep. So we're definitely gonna be into it for a new belt, but I bet I can find this online real cheap. And I just happened to walk by them at Lowe's today and saw them, and they were less than 20 bucks. I think they're like 13 bucks, so we'll have to pull some model numbers and see what we're working with here. But the engine has compression too. So we'll see what we can do with this spring as well, because looks like that belt kind of hits it, and I bet we can come up with something better than that. What I want to do is pull off the bowl on this carburetor, because I could just throw gas in it, but I'm kind of bored and I'm not quite ready to call it a night yet. So let's pull the bowl, see what it looks like, and then we might just dunk the whole carb in the old parts cleaner and let her run for a bit. So, but step one is pull the bowl and see what the inside looks like. The gas tank on this is empty, so fingers crossed it's not all gummed up. Looks like we got some gas. Doesn't smell horrible. Oh yeah, look at that. Yummy. It's a plastic tank, so that's all gas crud, or maybe some dirt, but I mean, you can see that. She's nasty. Oh, look at that, and it pulled the old float needle right out for us. Oh man. Yeah, that's some tarnish buildup there. Yummy, yummy. Well, looks like we're pulling the carb, pulled the jets, and we'll dunk that whole thing. Yes. I know it probably isn't uncommon, but there's no air filter. It just pulls from there. And honestly, if it were me, I'd probably have that turned the other way. I think it should pull air from underneath, because this is how you get stuff in your carburetor and pulled into your engine. So we'll see if it fits the other way. And if it does, we'll probably flip her on over. There's no reason it can't pull air from underneath. And obviously, while we're in here wasting money, we might as well change out the spark plug, right? Alright, well, let's get this carburetor off and soaking. Look at that, it's making contact. You gotta, like, fight to get it out. There we go. Well, this is where we're at now. We're gonna end up getting a paint job. Why, you ask? Because I literally couldn't help myself. I tried just to clean it up a little bit and throw it back together, and then it just kind of kept going, mostly curiosity. Started taking things apart and couldn't stop myself. I tried. I pulled it apart to where I could pretty much reach all these bare spots, so I could hit them with some paint, and then I just kept going and couldn't stop. So we're pretty much to the point where we're going to clean it up, and everything that is red is going to be tractor implement glossy Massey Ferguson red. We had the engine out, so I mean, why not pull the bottom plate? And there's some nasty stuff in there. So I don't know if that's rust. I could go get a magnet and see if it picks up, or if it's just crusties out of old fuel. But you can see the collection on the bottom end cover here. So yeah, we'll probably clean that out with a little, I got this spray seafoam stuff. I hit the top end with it, cycled it for a while, and a bunch of nasty stuff came out of there. I mean, it's an engine. It's going to be dirty. There's nothing wrong with it. I'm just wasting time now. I mean, this isn't a waste of time cleaning this stuff out, but it probably didn't need it. We could have just put gas in it and started, but now you can see in here. Let's see. Oh yeah, look at all that sea foam in there. Good compression. Mm-hmm. Here's that bottom end. What you got there? What are you? A little piece of nasty stuff. Yeah, we'll clean it out. Yeah, she looks good otherwise, so we'll just clean her out a bit. Put her back together. And here's the other thing we're working with is a leaky float. You can see there's not much fluid left in there, but you can see, I'll wipe it away. There's a crack right there. You can see it. So, let me see it. Ooh, that was cool. That's why you don't use flame. Or that's why you do use flame. Alright, well, the only thing that was making me keep it red was my own imagination, so why not make it match the skid steer? So what we ended up doing was pretty much taking apart, I mean, we stripped it down to nothing, completely tore down. And then we took it outside with the pressure washer and we did our little sand attachment guy here. It just hooks to the pressure washer, and we took it down to bare metal, all of it. So the body on my skid steer is that color of orange, which is Alice Chalmers orange, and then this is Massey Ferguson, no color. Massey Ferguson gray. It's all implement paint. So, just, you know, something to break up the color. I got to thinking about it when I was prepping it, and decided, why keep it red? Let's make it match some other equipment that I have since we're repainting it. So, I think it looks pretty good. But we got the engine put back together for the most part. This is just the kill switch, which goes to the ignition switch here. We dumped a little bit of mixed gasoline down in the carburetor, just the slightest amount, and it actually fired up for a couple seconds. So she starts right up with everything past the carburetor. It's yet to be determined if this carburetor is going to work for us or not. And I really forgot to test the bowl, so even if we do get it started, we need to let it sit for a couple days and then try it again, see if that bowl is going to hold air for us or not. Probably could have done, well, I didn't even try to clean up the fins here, but looks like there's some old dog hair in there and stuff. Everything else is looking good though. Really just try not to rush it, because you know, the paint hasn't had more than probably 6 hours to cure. So we're just being real delicate and trying not to put painted surfaces to each other, which won't be a big deal until we go to take it apart the next time, and then all that paint sticks and possibly pulls off. But this red color, this will be covered by the plate, so I decided not to mess with it. But this is like a powder coat. So as we started wire brushing the missing paint, it just started coming off, like peeling it in layers, or not layers, but peeling it in, you know, chips. So you can't really paint on that. For one, it's going to look like trash, and for two, it's just going to keep peeling off in the future. So we decided to take it down to bare metal. But I think it's going to turn out looking pretty good. We got to heat the sticker up. I don't really care about the stickers. I know it's a 3 horsepower, 21 inch. So I think I want to pull these stickers. It's probably going to look nice and new underneath, but that red just doesn't really match the rest of it now. And we pulled the other stickers off, so we'll just debadge this thing and be done with it. Who cares what it is? It's old. Now it's going to look good. So we didn't paint the auger. If the auger ever needs worked on, or the next time I go to replace these, which they don't need replaced, because when it's all put together they contact the ground perfectly, so we're going to leave those alone. But when the auger does need work done to it, then we'll worry about painting the auger. But it's probably going to get beat up anyway, so we'll just leave it for now. Yeah, just keep putting her back together. still waiting on the belt, which will be here Wednesday. Today is Monday. So we got the belt coming on Wednesday. We have the new cable coming on Wednesday, and the new carburetor coming on Wednesday. The only thing those are the three things we're lacking at this point. These screws that were in here, there was like 2 screws holding most of this piece of plastic on, but these number 10 machine screws went right in the holes perfectly. We're gonna have to pick up some more of those in various lengths because these are poking out down here, and I don't really want to reach in there one day to clear snow and rip my hand wide open on one of these machine screws. So we'll get some super short ones for up here, and then this side plate here, which is still hanging in the paint booth. Come here. This was held on by 2, which I have these 2 right here. And there's holes for 5 of them. So I'd like to get more than the 2 to hold this side belt cover on. So we'll probably swing by Big R or Lowe's tomorrow and see what we can get in a similar size, and probably just buy 5 of them so they all match.